What's up, everybody? For Tech Review Tuesday, we got the Canon T7i. Let's go ahead and unbox it. First impressions, wow. This is the mitochondria. This is the powerhouse of the cell, and that is key for your board exams. They're gonna ask that every time. I use a lot of wood because I hate trees. One of the main reasons I wrote this book is to kill more trees for paper and horses for glue. Welcome to the Nursing School vlog. Glad you came back. This week we're talking about textbooks. You just get out of your first class, check the syllabus, you see that there's 8 textbooks listed, no big deal, you know you're gonna hop on the web, type in cheap nursing textbooks, whatever, and you realize that every book is like at least $100 and you've got a big problem. When it comes to textbooks, you gotta do what works for you. I know people who have bought literally every single book on the list, and then other people who haven't bought a single textbook. But I'll give you like my recommendations for what I've been doing. There's kind of 3 categories of textbooks. You got your science textbooks, so this is like an anatomy one, so that'd be anatomy, physiology, microbiology, pharmacology, etc. Then you have your specific book for your specific class, so this was for the mental health nursing section. And then there's your fundamental book, which is in Canada the Canadian Fundamentals in Nursing. With the science textbooks, I probably wouldn't buy them. There's so many resources online like Khan Academy, or just literally type into YouTube whatever you're looking at, like just type in like joints on YouTube, and there's so many things that can help you in tutorials that would give you a play-by-play and would probably be more valuable than the textbook. The textbook is valuable because it has like the pictures and stuff, and sometimes the questions in the back or the online resources, but your best bet is definitely just to do it all online. And then your lecturer will probably have notes that you can use as well, and if you're ever unclear about anything, just type in specifically what you're looking for on the web and something more helpful than this book will come up. So I recommend that for like anatomy, physiology, probably pharmacology and pathophysiology as well. And if you're ever like really desperate, you can always go to the library and just check it out for the day. The next set of texts are the texts specifically for certain classes, so for community health, or in this case, this one's for mental health. And I'd go 50-50 whether or not you'd want to buy it. The reasons why I would buy it is because it's a comprehensive resource. It goes into depth, far more into depth than what your lecture notes will be, and it's got like really good lists. Like here, it's got a straightforward list of all the drugs for anxiety disorders, and then it's also got good nursing interventions, and those are really useful for your care plan assignments. And it also runs through all of like the disorders really well, like bipolar, depression, and all that. The reasons why I wouldn't buy it is because, again, they're expensive, and all of this information is on the web, but you'll just have to go through it and find it yourself. And for me, I really enjoy reading, and it helps me learn, so I have no problem reading through an entire chapter. But for you, maybe you might want to hop on YouTube and just type in bipolar and watch one of the 20 or 30-minute tutorials, and you'll get the same information. There is like test questions at the end that are sometimes useful, but they're usually too easy, so keep that in mind. And just ask your instructor as well. Maybe she likes tests specifically out of the textbook, so that's something to consider as well. But all of the information is on the web. This book just compiles it really nicely. Now we got the foundational textbooks. Here's the Canadian Fundamentals of Nursing, and then there's also another one we use for acute care, but it's an absolute brick, so I didn't bring it. And I'd say like you have to get these textbooks. The information in here is so in-depth, and they test out of it, and it compiles it nicely, and like the expectation is that you get these books and that you read them. Again, you could probably find the information on the web somewhere, but it's like very specific with what they're looking for in here, and these books rip through everything from like developmental stages to IV therapy. So it's kind of like, yeah, it is your fundamental book for nursing. The last thing I recommend is a drug book. These are super handy to take on the unit, pop them open. It's got pretty much every drug that you'll need to know and everything you'll need to know on the spot about them, like their mechanism of action, indications, side effects, all that. And it's a super good resource because you don't have to hop on your phone or on the web, and it has like literally everything you need to know. And it saved me so many times, and it's really helpful. And it was like under $100, so recommend this one. In the end, it really comes down to your budget, what works for you, and the class expectations. If the prof literally says to you, all of the questions are coming from the readings, then I highly recommend that you do the readings, and that's whether you buy the book or just go to the library and get it every time. And again, figure out what works for you. For me, I enjoy doing the readings, and they're very beneficial. And then I also hop onto YouTube and watch tutorials, because there's so many great resources out there, and you just type into YouTube like whatever you're looking for, and you'll find something along the same lines. That's it for this episode. If you have any questions about textbooks, feel free to comment below, and this is your chance to like, comment, and smash that subscribe button. Or you're just sick of me and feel free to unsubscribe, but don't.